Hey, good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Zach Batten here for the Bell Park Weather Network. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Weren't inconvenienced too much by the little bit of snow we did get. Obviously, it was challenging forecast, so a couple areas that verified, a couple it didn't. So, it's always an improvement process, and it's never an exact science. Unfortunately, there's still a whole lot of we don't know about the atmosphere, so these things are hard to pin down, especially winter weather systems. So, we're already kind of looking ahead to our next system moving in on Tuesday, and then potentially another one beyond that this coming weekend. So first off, a little bit of housekeeping, a quick announcement. We have a merch store now. You can see over there on the side, we have just various things for sale. You can get shirts, hoodies, mugs, hats, candles, tumblers, all kinds of things. All the money we raise from that, from the merch sales and stuff, goes to continued improvements with our equipment, various subscription fees that we have to pay for a lot of our data. Everything goes back into making what we do possible. So if that's anything you're interested in, if you are able to scan the QR code, it's over there. Otherwise, there will be a link in the description, so make sure you go check that out. Like I mentioned, all that money goes back into improving the way we do things for you. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about your day today and then your day on Tuesday as well. There will probably be a separate video either tonight or tomorrow morning to discuss Tuesday, as there's still some uncertainty there. But for now, let's go ahead and walk through this here. So we're at 6 a.m. this morning. It's going to be pretty chilly out there, but for the most part, it should be dry. You see potentially some snow showers coming off the lake up there in northeast Ohio, but not really expecting much in the way of, issues with that. So if we move on kind of through the day, here we are at noon. We're still dry. We're still chilly. Temperatures are up into the 30s at this point. As we continue through the afternoon, we are still dry. Highs for the day, for most of us, expected to be in the mid to upper 30s. So really, it's not going to be a bad day. Not much sunshine, but really overall not too bad. As we continue through the day today and then into the overnight, you see this just monster system coming in from the west. As we get into Tuesday, so this is midnight now, you see a whole bunch of snow and a whole bunch of rain. And naturally, as things typically go around here, we're gonna initially be kind of right on the line. So let's go ahead and step forward, and you can see initially Tuesday morning we're looking at some heavy rain, the southern half of the state. Somewhere there will be a transition zone of likely mixed precipitation, so kind of a mix of rain and snow. Maybe a little bit of ice. So not expecting really too many issues to come from that, but that's something we're watching. And then as we continue through Tuesday morning, you see everything kind of continues to shift as the low pressure, which is currently located over here in Illinois, as that low pressure continues to move northeast, we eventually do transition to rain. And that's been really the consistent story for the past few days. The morning commute, especially in kind of the northern half of the state, northwest portion of the state, the morning commute Tuesday is likely going to be pretty rough. And then right around 10 a.m. or so, things transition to rain. And then from there, it's just breezy and rainy pretty much the rest of the day. So here we are at 7 o'clock. The heaviest is moved out, but there are still some rain showers around. And then you have what will impact us Tuesday night and into Wednesday off to the west, which will come in the form of mostly snow. So likely still maybe some mixed Wednesday, but we'll talk about that as it gets closer. What I do want to show you real quick is just the extent of this system as it's going to impact us. So just take a look. This is 5 o'clock Monday. So you have your heavy snow on the north and kind of northwest side of your low pressure, which is located here. So you have all your heavy snow. And then here where you get your warm air feeding out of the Gulf of Mexico. You get your severe weather that's expected in parts of the deep south and along the Gulf Coast. So it's a very, very strong system as it continues to develop and then ultimately slide northeast. That would be a couple days worth of severe storms for the south, while we deal with heavy rain and snow on the north side of it. The heaviest snow right now is still expected to, stay well to our northwest. So outside of maybe some initial problems Tuesday morning, we're not expecting, like a big issue, since we're going to transition to rain later Tuesday morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at your wind gusts that we're going to be looking at through the day Tuesday. We mentioned it's going to be rainy and breezy. So this is midnight Tuesday, and you see before the system really ever arrives, winds are already gusting, 20 to 30 mile an hour. And as we go through the day, those gusts increase, the rain picks up. Here we are 6 a.m. as things are really starting to get going. We're seeing gusts 30 to 40 mile an hour. And then as we continue through the afternoon, it wouldn't be too shocking to see gusts, 40 to 50 mile an hour, maybe even stronger than 50 mile an hour in some places. Ultimately, this will depend on the track of the low pressure, which is something that we still don't, it hasn't been completely nailed down. We're pretty confident in that we're going to see some snow Tuesday morning, followed by rain. But what we don't know is kind of where the rain snow line sets up, and then how long exactly before we transition to rain. So we're still not expecting a ton in the way of snow, but the Tuesday morning commute for quite a few of us is probably going to be pretty gross, and then we're dealing with rain and wind pretty much the rest of the day. So with that, I thank you all for joining me this morning. I will see you all again either later tonight or Tuesday morning, depending on how things are looking this evening. Just again, a reminder, new merch store, so go check that out if you see anything that tickles your fancy. Your support means the world to us, whether it be, through this, just liking, following all of our pages, watching wherever you do. So everything we do appreciate, and any, income that we get from that goes straight back into, improving the things that we do for all of you. So with that, I hope you all have a fantastic day, a fantastic start to the work week, and I will see you either tonight or tomorrow morning.